My beautiful people. You know why I love this channel? Because on this channel, we talk about fights, we talk about world news, we talk about dating, we talk about life goals and achievement. So on this channel, we are a little bit everywhere. But on this channel, we are for each other. We're not going to fake it till we make it. We're going to be who we are the whole time. You heard me? Whether I got a lot, whether I got a little. I'm for y'all. Hope y'all are for me too. Let's get this money, y'all. So today, to those first 163 subscribers, I definitely won't forget you. To those first 170, once we go up, y'all know y'all blessings are coming, man. So, y'all know I don't pre-watch my videos. As y'all can see, like, they're all loaded up, ready to go. But, I never know which one I want to watch. But for some reason, these are doing really good. So let's see when trash talkers get exposed. We've always seen this trash talk. I remember, bro, I was in Hawaii. And if you ever been in the culture of Hawaii, we're not talking about you visiting Hawaii for 2 weeks. We're talking about if you ever truly lived in Hawaii and became one of them and one with the culture, right? So Hawaii has a big racial problem, right? Popolos are blacks, mahus are white. And, they always profiling people out there. So there was just one time that this young Popolo, he fights a Samoan dude. And the Samoan dude, bro, we were thinking he was about to just smash on, bro. Bro, when I say this tall, skinny nigga had hands, bro, every time the Samoan dude tried to grab him or scoop him in, he was just blah, 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 blah. Bro, we thought he was going to lose. He actually went out there, and he was a quiet dude, too. That's why y'all need to understand, bro. Some of y'all are beasts, and y'all don't even know it. Some of y'all aren't as tough as y'all think y'all are. You understand? But let's see what happens when trash talkers get exposed.
Sometimes lead to a real mental edge. But for these bullies, they ended up biting off way more.
Bro, did they just slap each other?
At Riddle and Brantley, our team is committed.
Who the hell was that gorilla they just showed in that video, bro? King Kong's little brother is fucking vicious, bro.
Happens when trash talkers get shut down in violent fashion. Look, we're not trying to come across as biased or anything, but we can totally understand why someone would want to punch Adrian Broner in the face. The dude's pretty annoying. Well, when Marcos Maidana was forced to listen to Broner talk week after week about how talented he is and how easy a night he was going to have in there against Maidana, and we all know just how much Broner likes to remind us of these things as much as possible. By the time fight night rolled around, Maidana had more than enough.
Maidana has dynamite in his motherfucking hands, bro. When I say Maidana can knock out heavyweights, bro, if he hits a heavyweight like he's supposed to, that heavyweight's going down. Marcos Maidana, Floyd fought him, bro, and I believe Floyd lost that fight. We already know about refs and how they, I believe Floyd lost that fight. So, after Floyd won, Adrian Broner thinks he's Floyd Mayweather, but he's not. He doesn't put in that work like Floyd. He's out there drinking, smoking, doing everything that Floyd's not, Floyd parties, then runs back home. Floyd does his thing just to be in the crowd, then he goes right back to grinding. You know what I'm saying? This dude let his mouth do all the hard work and not the actual hard work.
Enough motivation to go out there and turn in a bruising performance. and it didn't take long for the shots to have their impact. Multiple knockdowns followed.
Y'all see that straight left?
And before long, Maidana was making this overly
Oh, look at the leg wobble. No.
competent opponent doubt everything he thought he knew about his skills. This was more of a mauling than a genuinely competitive fight, and by the time it was over, there was absolutely no doubt in anyone's mind who the superior fighter was.
Oh my gosh, take him to church, boy.
When Bryce Hall stepped into the bare-knuckle arena to take on...
I ain't gonna lie, I used to hate this dude. I like him now, bro. This dude went from nobody to bare-knuckle fighting to, and you know, the media is the media, the world's the world. We go through phases. He went through a bad phase, just like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, all that other crap. Now people like him again, just like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift.
G. Perez, it was pretty clear early on that they were going to clash pretty heavily. And don't get me wrong, in terms of the trash talk, this was far from one-way traffic. But G. Perez made things truly personal when he slapped Hall in the face and then proceeded to try to do the whole tough guy act right up until he actually needed to be tough. Because when the talking stopped and the fighting began, these two were shown to be on very different levels. When they actually stepped in there and started throwing hands,
Well, I tell you,
you could just tell that Hall was excited for the opportunity to
that dude's came a long way. I can't wait till he fights his old friend Taylor. I hope he knocks Taylor the fuck out, bro.
punch Perez square in the jaw, and that's exactly what he did. And though Perez tried to taunt his way towards some kind of an edge, he couldn't navigate the skill gap and ended up getting dropped to the canvas for his troubles.
Yeah, you thought, nah, you doing all that swinging, bro.
Bad blood like this can produce some real fireworks on fight night. But unfortunately, they were mainly coming from Bryce Hall's side.
Good job.
And finally, we come to the collision of Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez.
I hate Caleb Plant. I want Charlo or one of them dudes to knock his shit loose. Fuck Canelo. Canelo's Mexican. I need a black dude to do it.
A fight that saw Plant very boldly.
He might have some El Negro in him too, but for the most part, he's Mexican. I need a young El Negro, Popolo Moe to knock him out.
Go for the jugular on his Mexican adversary.
Knock this Howley out, huh? Knock this Howley out, boy.
At first, Canelo didn't seem too bothered by Plant's attempts to play mental games. But he
Walk up to him, what, boy? Yeah, I like scrap cards, what?
misunderstood what Plant said when he called him a motherfucker, thinking that he was taking shots at his mom. It's kind of funny, but unfortunately for
Oh, good boy.
thinking that he was taking shots at his mom. It's kind of funny, but unfortunately for Plant, all it did was taking shots at his mom. It's kind of funny, but unfortunately for
Oh, he saw that shit coming, boy. He said,
Plant, all it did was drive Canelo to put on an even more violent display. And boy, did he make Caleb pay on fight night, showing him just how far he was behind him on the skill ladder. This was a long, drawn-out beating that really put Alvarez's mean side into focus.
yes, sir.
He punished Plant for 11 rounds before getting his first knockdown, an enemy out of a pound-for-pound contender,
Knock him down, baby.
and one of the finest fighters of his era.
There's nobody like Canelo, bro. Canelo's like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali has lost, but he was the people's fucking champion, bro. Canelo around the world is the people's fucking champion. Mexican, black, white, Spanish, whatever you are. Canelo has the respect of the world. He is the people's champion.
We enjoy a good gimmick as much as the next guy. And when Tyson Fury dressed up as Batman ahead of his clash with Vladimir Klitschko for the world title, this was a truly hilarious moment. But when this Umber guy did it, to say he fell flat would be a true understatement. And the fact that the Batman costume was the single most interesting thing about his pre-fight demeanor tells you everything you need to know. He was trying to make a splash
That dude was not scared at all.
with the fans and maybe rattle his opponent a little in the process, but it did not work. And unfortunately, his boxing skills were even worse than his ability to talk trash.
Damn.
And boy, did his opponent take advantage, immediately going to work with hard punches to put some punishment on him early. And once the ref realized
What is this, Aiden Ross boxing or something?
that he was just basically serving his target practice, he stepped in and gave Unber a merciful stoppage loss. To kick
Look at the coach just laughing. Yeah.
things off, we have a classic example of a fighter who was just way too confident for his own good. Who knows what Alex Hannon saw in Andrei Mikhailovich that made him so certain that he was superior. But he really didn't earn himself any new fans by the way he trash-talked pre-fight. In fairness, both of these guys were going back and forth from the get-go. But the difference between Hannon and Mikhailovich could not have been more obvious when they stepped into the ring with each other.
Let's go.
Hannon, as it turns out, was not on Mikhailovich's level, not at all. And it didn't take long for that to become painfully obvious to everyone watching. Hannon's pre-fight confidence didn't translate into the ring at all, and he ended up serving as a punching bag for Mikhailovich for as long as this went on. Eventually, the TKO was awarded when the gap in skill became way too obvious and the ref was forced to step in. Mikhailovich went out there looking to make a statement, and that's exactly what he did.
That's why you can't underestimate nobody, bro. Imagine him on the everyday today, you know what I'm saying? This is what's wrong with black men today. We stopped fighting, bro, and we picked up guns. Now you got Asian boys who think they can hang with us. Boy, you tripping. Y'all saw what happened to Lil Craig, right?
You could
though, man. Like, once I become the philanthropist I need to be, bro, I'll start paying black Americans to fucking train. Whether it's MMA, Muay Thai, I would pay them to train. I'd be damned if I have a race of people who were...
find two more
Bro, I don't know what's going on. No way.
opposite personality types than Oscar De La Hoya and Ricardo Mayorga. Oscar was as tough and talented as...
Bro, Oscar De La Hoya is the epitome of do not trash talk or don't judge a book by its cover. This dude has the lightest voice I've ever heard in a man. The most soft, he sounds like Cat Williams, like with an even lighter voice. No cap. But he will fucking fuck you up. His hands are just lightning fast, bro. This dude is freaking crazy fast.
they come. But he also had a real tough edge to him. Mayorga, on the other hand, was a bully through and through, willing to smoke and drink his way through fight camp and make a mortal enemy of his opponent. And that's exactly what happened when these two collided. But while Mayorga might have seemed like the more intimidating presence to the casual observer, fights are not won and lost during stare-downs. And Oscar had some real fuel added to his fire by his opponent here. What we got in the end was an absolute masterclass from De La Hoya. And
This is older De La Hoya, too.
proof that he was clearly headed towards greatness. He battered Mayorga with as much ruthlessness as he could muster, forcing his opponent to fully understand just how many levels were between them. Oscar might have seemed like the nicer guy between the two, but when the fists started flying, his ability to outdog Ricardo Mayorga was
Look, well, bro, it's not stopping. His hands just keep going.
truly spectacular. Mayorga was a great villain, but playing that role only gets you so far. Stephen Fulton Jr. is one hell of a fighter, and the fact that he and Naoya Inoue signed on the dotted line to compete against
I ain't gonna lie. And Noya, bro, he is a different fucking breed, bro. Fast, strong, and accurate. He reminds me of an Asian Roy Jones Jr. No cap. I would say Manny Pacquiao, but I feel like he has way more power than Manny Pacquiao did.
each other is a testament to this real hot streak the sport of boxing is on right now. As fans, we've been totally spoiled.
Real-world rideability meets racetrack-level performance. With a bike that can perform anywhere, you're going to want to ride it everywhere. The Bar.
That's cap. I can tell by the way that motorcycle looks, it's not made for no track.
However, when Fulton decided to try and boil Inoue's hype levels down to him simply being Japanese and only popular because he was filling a hole in the market, You just knew that this could backfire. Someone on Inoue's team definitely let the monster know what his opponent had said about him. Or at least that's how it looked, judging on the beating he was about to unleash. We all knew that Fulton was good, but we just didn't realize that Inoue was that much better than him. Because for as much as this was billed,
And that is true, bro. Fulton.
as a real
Now, I thought Fulton was somebody else though, because he reminds me of that dude Boots or whatever. What's that black dude who's about to fight Javante Davis? I thought that was him. I'm not gonna lie, they look so similar. Even though now that I actually look at him, he doesn't look like the dude. But they both got that beard. They both brown skinned brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was him, but it's not. Fulton was still good, bro. This is his only L, I believe. They're both undefeated.
real pound-for-pound collision, it didn't look like it. Inoue was just too fast, too accurate, and
Anyway, hasn't had a fucking competition yet. He's walked down everybody, bro.
too technical. And when he started to really feel himself, the resulting KO was inevitable. Despite being a world-class boxer in his own right, Fulton was forced to learn, say it with me, there are in fact levels to this.
There are levels, bro. He took all that math homework and put it in his freaking box, and that's what he did.
Judging off the pre-fight scenes, these two women, Crystal Lawson and Andy Wen, had some very real motivation to throw down. But of the two, it was Lawson who seemed way more fired up than her opponent, and her very aggressive and violent pre-fight threats didn't go unnoticed by the fans.
Bro, who talks a lot? Even Conor McGregor, bro. I think the best trash talker who could back it up was probably MVP, Michael Venom Page, right? He has lost, but he backed up his trash talking. Mayweather has lost some fights, bro. I would say Mayweather, the best trash talker who can back it up. But his record is not, obviously it is 50-0, but he lost some of those fights, bro, so I can't count that. No. Javante Davis. He gonna talk smack to you, then he gonna smack. Put Javante against anyway. Make that math homework, boy. Go back to doing his math homework. We ain't playing with him.
She really seemed like she wanted to do some grisly damage to her opponent. But unfortunately for her, it would be Wen who drew first blood. And in
And she is throwing hands too.
these bare-knuckle showdowns, once you get cut, and fighters often do, you're going to find out very quickly just how big of an effect that can have. Crystal Lawson learned this pretty fast, and all of
She's not stopping.
that pre-fight intensity was thrown into jeopardy pretty early. Basically, she just realized that her opponent
Good job.
was way better than her, and there would be no soul-taking, as she had initially promised. No, this was bare-knuckle MMA being fought at two different levels of quality. And by the time all was said and done, there was absolutely zero doubt over who had managed.
That's why I gotta train. Y'all too busy. Yes, sir. Y'all too busy talking, carrying guns. Gotta train, bro.
to back up their words, and which one of these women had clearly bitten off way more than they could chew. Combat sports can be cruel. Mike Perry and bare-knuckle boxing are an undeniable match made in heaven, and it was fitting that the fight that introduced Perry to BKFC came about when Julian Lane tried to provoke Platinum while he was sitting at the broadcast team desk. Lane knew that he needed to make some waves in order to secure this big fight, but his attempts to get the upper hand on Perry only led to him getting into a full-on brawl with his rival. When the fight itself was booked, Lane really played the tough guy throughout the entire build-up, but Mike Perry was not fazed, not one bit. This fight was a tight one and a highly entertaining one. Perry was still clearly getting used to his new sport, and Lane made sure to get right up in his face early on. But Julian underestimated just how much of a savage Perry could be in there, and before long, Platinum was really starting to make his mark on the fight. He just had more gas in the tank, more power on his shots, and by the time the fight was done, Perry had left some real damage on Lane's face.
This is what you call a battle, bro. Respect to both. This is a battle.
Mike Perry is clearly the star that bare-knuckle fighting had been wishing for.
Hell no. Hell no. Y'all know who the star is. Another black dude, baby. What you talking about? Y'all know who the face of BFKS is? But is that what it is? Or BKFS? Y'all know who the... I'm not gonna lie, there's this one white dude with a mustache. He's good at dodging. He's a heavyweight. He is good too. But my boy beat him, so fuck him. I forgot the black dude's name. I know it starts with an L though. He's the face of BKFC boxing. Bare knuckle fighting anyway. Another black dude. Stop playing with me, bro.
Tommy Fury might not be the type of boxing prospect who's...
I fucking love and hate this dude, bro. Because we have the same build. He's bigger than me. But we're big dudes, bro. So when you're big, you got to be able to move your hands a certain way. Fast, accurate, and with power. You got some dudes, like, after the first round, they're gassed. They're freaking gassed. So he taught me that, hey, no matter how big you are, you can be big and accurate. And I mean, like, bodybuilding big. Mike Tyson was like, I'm not going to lie, bro. I always say this to this day. The 70s and 80s boxers would destroy these boxers today. 60s, 70s, and 80s would destroy. Like Tommy Fury in the 80s, during Mike Tyson's era, doing what's the Lennox Lewis, bro? These boxers like Lennox Lewis versus Tyson Fury, that would have had they fought before? Because Tyson Fury's actually kind of old, bro. So they haven't fought yet. Yeah. I would have gave I would have gave the black dude that dub. He would have tore Fury's ass up. I don't know if Tyson
expected to rise in the...
Yeah, I think Tyson would have won. As long as Tyson did what he was supposed to do. Because, you know, Tyson, when he lost that fight to Mike Douglas, it was because of his training. He was drinking, having sex, doing all this stuff, doing training camp that you're not supposed to be doing. If Tyson Fury takes, like, if Mike Tyson hated Tyson Fury and he made it personal, he would get fucking destroyed.
elite ranks, but he's certainly a lot better than most of the celebrity figures he's fighting. Anthony Taylor was an early test that opened the door to a fight with Jake Paul, but for some reason, Taylor was immensely competent in his abilities.
Now, Taylor is the example of a trash-talking brother who's been boxing for about a year, maybe a couple months, and he's getting good at it, but he's letting it get to his fucking head. Bro's good. He's really good offensively, but there is levels to this shit, bro.
To pull off the upset against a guy who'd literally been training in boxing his entire life.
And he's small as shit right here.
Taylor talked his trash and built some hype, but he was about to get a lesson in
How the hell is Tommy Fury fighting Anthony? Anthony's small as hell.
Actual boxing skill that he would not
Look at the size difference. That's like the fucking table.
so easily forget. Unsurprisingly, Fury turned up on fight night and showed exactly why he's considered a much better fighter than Taylor. Sure, he didn't get the finish, and he probably should have, but he confidently beat the brakes off Taylor from start to finish, leaving absolutely no doubts as to who the superior fighter was. And yeah, this was a mismatch, and Taylor was forced to move on to making loud, brash call-outs of other fighters instead. These guys never...
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I just had an interesting idea. We are going to watch the KSI fights, not in this video, the next one. We are going to watch KSI versus Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. Now, I honestly believe KSI had a better fight against Tommy Fury. Even though Jake Paul got the knockdown and all that other stuff. Why? Because Tommy eventually got the beat on Jake Paul. He's like, all right, you're doing this and you're doing that. He never got the beat on KSI. He couldn't figure him out, bro. KSI was just, he was moving like the drunken master. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Fury could not get a beat on that dude. But some people said, hey, you're wrong. So I said, okay, boom. We're going to watch it together. We're going to watch Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul, KSI versus Tommy Fury. Let's see who wins. Y'all are my brothers and my sisters. I pray and hope y'all having a lovely